Welcome back. Today we are diving into the world of the Jefferson nickel, a coin that has been in circulation for over 8 decades and has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. While millions were minted, a handful of Jefferson nickels stand out as rare gems, carrying incredible value in today's auction markets. In this video, we will explore the most valuable top 5 Jefferson nickel 5-cent coins, each with its own unique story, mint mark variations, and rare conditions that make them highly prized by collectors. If you have nickels lying around in your collection, this might just help you discover if you own one of these valuable coins. So let's get started. First up, we're going to take a closer look at the Jefferson nickel, specifically the 1964 5-cent piece without a mint mark, found in very fine condition. At first glance, this coin may seem like just another common nickel from everyday circulation, but when we dive deeper, you'll see that it carries an incredible story, a historical background, and surprisingly strong value in today's collector market. Whether you're a coin enthusiast, an investor, or just someone curious about the hidden treasures in pocket change, this video is going to walk you through everything you need to know about the 1964 Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it has since become one of the longest-running series in U.S. coinage history. The year 1964 was particularly important in American numismatics. During this time, the U.S. Mint faced a nationwide coin shortage due to the booming economy and high demand for small change. As a response, the Mint produced an enormous number of nickels in 1964, more than 1 billion in total, a record-breaking mintage at the time. The 1964 nickel without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. What makes this year especially significant is that after 1964, mint marks were temporarily removed from coins between 1965 and 1967 to discourage coin hoarding. This means the 1964 nickel is the last regular issue with and without mint marks before the pause, making it a cornerstone for collectors who study mid-20th century U.S. coinage. The 1964 Jefferson nickel was struck in copper-nickel alloy, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with no silver content. On the obverse side, it features the profile of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag, which has remained a lasting symbol of American coinage. The reverse shows Jefferson's Monticello home, with bold architectural details that have made it a favorite among collectors. The coin measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter, weighs 5 grams, and carries no mint mark when struck in Philadelphia. What stands out most about the 1964 no mint mark nickel is its striking design quality and sharp lettering, especially when found in higher grades. While circulation-worn examples are common, coins in very fine or better condition with strong detail are becoming harder to find, particularly as many were heavily used in commerce. Although over 1 billion nickels were minted in 1964, the rarity comes not from low mintage but from the condition and survival rate. Most of these coins circulated heavily during the 1960s and 1970s, leaving many examples scratched, worn, or damaged. Very fine condition coins, where Jefferson's hair detail, Monticello's steps, and lettering remain clear, are much more desirable. Collectors also value 1964 nickels because they represent the end of an era the last year before mint marks were removed for several years. This gives the coin a unique historical placement that drives demand among both beginner and seasoned collectors. In addition, some rare die varieties and errors exist for the 1964 nickel, making error-free, well-struck coins in very fine condition even more appealing. Now let's talk about the part everyone is waiting for: the market value. A circulated 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in average condition is typically worth only a few cents over its face value. However, when you find one in very fine condition, the value increases significantly. Such coins generally trade between $3,500 depending on eye appeal. In extremely fine or uncirculated condition, values can climb higher, often ranging from $5,500. The real surprises come in auction settings, where sharply struck examples with full steps on Monticello can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For instance, some pristine 1964 Jefferson nickels graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC have sold at auction for more than $10,000, especially if they display full step details. This proves that condition is everything in the coin market, and a sharp, very fine example is a solid collectible that holds steady demand. If you're looking to collect or invest in the 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, the first tip is to focus on condition. Always look for coins with minimal wear, strong detail on Jefferson's portrait, and visible steps on Monticello. Storing your coins properly in protective holders will help preserve their condition and future value. Second, consider having your higher-grade nickels professionally graded and authenticated. Certification not only confirms the coin's legitimacy, but can also significantly increase its marketability. Third, pay attention to error varieties from 1964, such as double dies or die cracks, as these can dramatically increase a coin's worth. Finally, keep an eye on auction trends. Even though the 1964 nickel was mass-produced, serious collectors are willing to pay strong prices for coins with above-average quality. The 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark may not look rare at first glance, but its historical importance, high collector demand in very fine condition, and impressive auction records make it an incredible piece of American numismatic history. From its massive production during the coin shortage of the 1960s to its role as the last year before mint marks were temporarily removed, this coin has a story that goes far beyond its 5-cent face value. Whether you're a casual collector or a dedicated investor, adding a 1964 no-mint mark nickel in very fine condition to your collection is a smart and rewarding choice. Who knows, you might just have a hidden gem sitting in your change jar right now. Next up, we'll be looking at the Jefferson nickel from 1989, specifically one that carries the P mint mark, minted in Philadelphia. What makes this coin particularly interesting is its condition. Many of these coins today are found with signs of rust, wear, or tarnish, which adds a unique story to each piece. While most people may overlook this common-looking 5-cent coin, collectors know that certain conditions, mint marks, and historical background can make even a coin like the 1989 Jefferson nickel worth far more than its face value. So, let's dive into the details and see why this small copper-nickel coin has managed to capture the attention of collectors around the world. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features the profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States and author of the Declaration of Independence. On the reverse side, it proudly displays Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home. By 1989, the nickel had already been in circulation for over 50 years, and the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of them. While most of these coins were created for everyday transactions, some have stood the test of time in unique ways, becoming collectible items. The year 1989 was not known for rare mint errors, but even ordinary issues can become valuable over time due to demand, condition, and their place in U.S. numismatic history. The 1989 Jefferson nickel with a P mint mark is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it that familiar silvery look. The obverse features Jefferson's left-facing profile with inscriptions such as "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1989. On the reverse, we see Monticello with the inscriptions "E Pluribus Unum," United States of America, and 5 cents. While millions were minted, what sets certain examples apart are their unique conditions and aging effects. Many nickels from this era, especially when exposed to moisture or improper storage, show rust-like surface spots, discoloration, or tarnish. These imperfections can sometimes decrease the value, but in the eyes of specialized collectors, unusual toning or rare preservation patterns can actually make the coin more desirable. At first glance, the 1989 P nickel may not seem like a rare coin since millions were struck. However, true rarity emerges when considering condition. Coins in rusty or heavily circulated condition are common, but finding one in uncirculated or mint-state quality is far less common. Collectors are always searching for Jefferson nickels that grade high on the coin grading scale, and pieces with sharp details and original luster can attract strong demand. Even circulated coins with unique aging patterns or interesting toning can find a place in a collector's showcase. What drives demand is not only the year and mint mark, but also how well the coin has survived over 3 decades of use. When it comes to value, the 1989 P nickel in rusty, circulated condition typically trades close to face value, around 5 cents. However, things change dramatically at auctions when well-preserved examples come into play. Coins graded at high levels, such as MS 65 or higher, can sell for several dollars to over $15,500 depending on eye appeal and buyer demand. In some rare cases, nickels from this year that feature mint errors like off-center strikes, die cracks, or full-step Monticello reverses have fetched even higher premiums, sometimes reaching into the hundreds of dollars. While a rusty circulated coin may not bring in big money, collectors often still acquire them as filler pieces in Jefferson nickel collections, and unique examples with striking patterns or unusual toning have been known to sell for more than expected in today's auction market. If you're interested in collecting Jefferson nickels, especially the 1989 P Pay close attention to condition. Always handle coins carefully and store them in a dry, protective holder to prevent further corrosion or damage. Look for examples with sharp details, minimal wear, and original mint luster, as these command the highest values. Keep an eye out for error coins from 1989 as well, since mistakes during minting can make an otherwise common coin rare and valuable. When purchasing from auctions or coin dealers, make sure to compare prices and consider having high-grade examples professionally graded to maximize their long-term value. The 1989 Jefferson nickel with a P mint mark may seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, especially when found in rusty or circulated condition. Yet, when we look deeper, we see how history, preservation, and collector demand transform it into a fascinating collectible. While most examples are worth only face value, special pieces in higher grades or with unique characteristics can bring strong premiums in today's market. For collectors, this coin represents more than just 5 cents. It's a piece of American history and a reminder that even the most common-looking coins can hold hidden value. Don't overlook it, you might just have a little treasure in your hands. Next up, the Jefferson nickel from the year 2002 with the Denver mint mark, also known as the D mint mark. While at first glance it may seem like an ordinary 5-cent coin that you might find in your pocket change, in excellent condition, this coin can be highly sought after by collectors and can even fetch surprising amounts of money in today's auction market. So, let's dive into the story behind the 2002 D Jefferson nickel and uncover why it holds a special place among rare U.S. coins. The Jefferson nickel series began back in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel has remained one of America's longest-running coin designs. By 2002, the coin had already been in circulation for more than 6 decades. The obverse proudly features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States and the primary author of the Declaration of Independence, while the reverse showcases his Virginia home, Monticello. The 2002 issue, including those struck at the Denver Mint, continued this classic design before it was eventually updated in the mid-2000s as part of the Westward Journey nickel series. This makes the 2002 D Jefferson nickel one of the last traditional strikes before major design changes. The 2002 D Jefferson nickel was struck in copper-nickel composition, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, which gives it a durable silvery appearance. The coin weighs exactly 5 grams and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter, making it instantly recognizable among U.S. circulating coins. What makes the Denver issue unique is the small D mint mark located on the reverse of the coin, to the right of Monticello. When found in excellent condition with sharp details, clean fields, and little to no wear, the coin becomes much more than just pocket change. It transforms into a collectible piece of U.S. history. Although millions of Jefferson nickels were produced in 2002, the challenge lies in finding examples that remain in excellent or uncirculated condition. Most coins were quickly put into circulation, where they suffered scratches, dings, and heavy wear. Collectors, however, place a premium on coins that look as though they just left the mint, with bright luster, full strike, and no blemishes. Error varieties, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or double die features, make certain 2002 D nickels even rarer and far more desirable. The scarcity of pristine examples combined with error variations creates high demand among numismatists who want to complete their Jefferson nickel sets. So, how much is a 2002 D Jefferson nickel worth today in circulated condition? These coins usually trade for face value 5 cents. However, when you look at specimens in excellent condition, especially those graded mint state 65 or higher by professional grading services, the value can increase dramatically. Auction prices have shown examples selling for anywhere between $11,000, depending on the grade. Exceptional pieces, particularly those with unique mint errors or nearly flawless surfaces, have been known to reach well over $16,500 at auctions. While it may not compete with older 19th century coins, the 2002 D nickel proves that even modern issues can surprise collectors with impressive returns in the numismatic market. If you're looking to add a 2002 D Jefferson nickel to your collection, make sure to focus on condition above all else. Search for coins with sharp details, clean fields, and original mint luster. Consider having your coin professionally graded if you believe it could achieve a high mint state rating, as this will not only preserve the coin but also increase its value in the marketplace. Keep an eye out for error varieties, since these can transform an ordinary nickel into a rare treasure. Lastly, always store your coins in protective holders or albums to prevent tarnish and scratches over time, ensuring your collection maintains its value. The 2002 Jefferson nickel may not be ancient, but it is a coin that proves modern issues can still carry rarity, beauty, and value. With its classic design, excellent condition examples, and the occasional rare error, this coin has become a standout among collectors of U.S. currency. Whether you're just starting your numismatic journey or you're an experienced collector, keeping an eye out for coins like the 2002 Jefferson nickel could turn your pocket change into a small fortune. So next time you come across a nickel from 2002, take a closer look. You might be holding a rare treasure worth much more than 5 cents. Next up, we will be exploring the Jefferson nickel, specifically the 1962 5-cent coin without a mint mark. At first glance, this coin may appear to be just another everyday nickel, but in the world of numismatics, even small details like mint marks, year of production, and coin condition can make a massive difference. We will uncover the history, unique features, rarity, collector demand, and current auction market value of the 1962 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, especially when found in fine condition. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it has remained one of the most recognized and longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. The coin was designed by Felix Schlag, featuring a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. The year 1962 marked a period of high mintage for the Jefferson nickel, with millions produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. However, the coin without a mint mark indicates that it was struck in Philadelphia, which traditionally did not place mint marks on its coins during that era. Although produced in large quantities, finding well-preserved or higher-grade examples today is far more difficult, making them a sought-after piece for collectors. The 1962 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is struck in a copper-nickel alloy, composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it its distinct silvery appearance. The obverse shows Jefferson's profile with sharp detail in his hair, cheekbones, and jawline when in better conditions. On the reverse, Monticello is displayed with the inscriptions E pluribus unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. One of the key aspects of this coin's uniqueness is not just the design, but also how condition and strike quality can greatly influence its desirability. Coins with sharp strikes, minimal wear, and strong detail in Jefferson's hair and Monticello's steps are considered much more valuable to collectors. While the 1962 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark had a very high mintage, true rarity comes from condition and collector demand. Circulated coins in fine condition are relatively common, but examples in higher grades, such as mint state or proof-like strikes, are much harder to find. Many of these coins have been in circulation for decades, showing significant wear, which reduces their numismatic value. However, even in fine condition, they hold interest because of the year, the absence of a mint mark, and their place in American coin history. Collectors often seek out full-step varieties nickels with clearly defined steps on Monticello, which are rare and can dramatically increase a coin's value. When it comes to auction markets, the 1962 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark can vary widely in value depending on its grade. A fine condition example may sell for around a few dollars, slightly above its face value, primarily for collectors completing date and mint mark sets. However, uncirculated examples, especially those with full steps, have been known to reach hundreds, and in rare cases even thousands, of dollars at auctions. For instance, a high-grade mint state Jefferson nickel from this year can fetch anywhere from $5,000, while exceptionally preserved full-step varieties can command well over $14,500. This shows how condition truly plays a vital role in determining the value of these coins. For anyone interested in collecting the 1962 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, the key is paying close attention to detail. Always examine the steps on Monticello, as full-step examples are the most prized. Additionally, look out for coins that show strong detail in Jefferson's hair and minimal signs of wear. When buying, it is best to purchase certified coins from trusted grading companies, as this ensures authenticity and accurate grading. For beginners, starting with fine condition coins is a good way to build a collection, while more experienced collectors can aim for higher grade or full-step varieties to maximize potential future value. The 1962 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark may not seem extraordinary at first glance, but within the numismatic world, it holds significant historical and collector value. From its classic design by Felix Schlag to its connection with the Philadelphia Mint, this coin represents an important piece of mid-20th century American coinage. While fine condition examples hold modest value, higher grade coins, particularly those with full steps, can fetch impressive sums at auction. Whether you are just starting out or already an experienced collector, The 1962 Jefferson nickel is a coin worth keeping an eye on. Next up, we'll be taking a closer look at the Jefferson nickel 5-cent coin from the year 2000, minted with the P mint mark, representing the Philadelphia Mint. At first glance, this coin may seem like an ordinary piece of change that you could find in your pocket, but when we explore its history, unique characteristics, rarity, and current market value, you'll see why collectors are giving it serious attention. Especially in extra fine condition, this coin stands out in the numismatic market and has become a piece worth learning about. The Jefferson nickel series has been a cornerstone of American coinage since it was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse, and his historic home, Monticello, on the reverse. By the year 2000, the series had already been in circulation for more than 6 decades, serving as both a functional currency and a collectible piece. The Philadelphia Mint produced millions of these coins in 2000, but only a fraction survive today in extra fine condition due to natural wear and circulation. Understanding this historical background allows us to better appreciate the importance of this particular Jefferson nickel. The 2000 Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark is struck in a copper-nickel alloy, which gives it a silvery appearance with a slight golden tint over time due to natural toning. On the obverse, you'll find a detailed portrait of Jefferson facing left, with the word Liberty and the date 2000 clearly inscribed. The mint mark P is also present, signifying its origin from the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse displays Monticello, Jefferson's neoclassical home, with the inscriptions E pluribus unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. When found in extra fine condition, the coin displays strong details on Jefferson's hair, facial features, and Monticello's columns and steps, making it especially desirable to collectors. While millions of these coins were minted, their true rarity lies in condition. Circulated coins often show heavy wear, making extra fine or higher-grade examples less common to find. Collectors specifically seek out coins that maintain sharp details and minimal surface wear, as these demonstrate the coin's preservation and enhance its value. Additionally, certain error varieties of the 2000 P Jefferson nickel, such as misstrikes or double-die errors, are especially sought after and can push demand even higher. The combination of historical significance, well-preserved condition, and the presence of any minting errors significantly boosts collector demand for this coin. Now, let's talk about the big question: what is the 2000 P Jefferson nickel worth in today's market? In average circulated condition, this coin is still worth just its face value of 5 cents. However, in extra fine condition, values increase, with many examples selling for around $1 to $516,000 depending on eye appeal and strike quality. Uncirculated, mint state specimens can fetch higher prices, ranging anywhere from $17,500 or more at auction, particularly if they are graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Error varieties, however, can push values much higher, sometimes reaching into the hundreds of dollars if the error is rare and dramatic. Collectors and investors alike continue to watch the market closely for opportunities to add high-grade 2000 P nickels to their collections. If you are considering collecting Jefferson nickels from this era, there are a few tips to keep in mind. Always examine the coin's overall condition, paying close attention to Jefferson's hair, cheek, and jawline, as these areas wear down first. The details on Monticello are equally important, with the steps and columns being a key indicator of grade. When possible, look for coins that have been certified and graded by a reputable service, as this ensures authenticity and provides a trusted measure of quality. Additionally, keep an eye out for error coins, as these can significantly boost the value of your collection. Finally, proper storage is essential. Keep your coins in protective holders to prevent scratches, tarnishing, or environmental damage. The Jefferson nickel 5-cent coin from 2000 with the P mint mark may not seem extraordinary at first glance, but in extra fine condition, it tells a much richer story. From its historical roots in American coinage to its unique design features, the coin continues to captivate collectors worldwide. While its face value remains just 5 cents, the auction market shows us that high-grade examples and error varieties can be worth much more, making it a valuable addition to any collection. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or just starting your coin collecting journey, the 2000 P Jefferson nickel is a fascinating piece to explore and a reminder that even modern coins can hold hidden treasures. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.